much for the opportunity and allowing me to speak among a great panel of speakers here, and really looking forward to hearing more. And thank you, Alex, for your previous one. Very interesting. I'm sorry, you know what? I actually prepared for about 14 minutes, so I'm going to try to go and condense it as much as I can. So I could address questions. But anyway, my name is William. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Vinoverse, where we are building a social-fi and game-fi wine discovery app in a Web3 metaverse. So perhaps first I could give you a little bit of a background on myself and how I came to get involved in co-founding the company. First, obviously, I'm a wine lover. I've been a wine enthusiast for many, many, many years now. And during my journey as an entrepreneur, you know, obviously we have all of our ups and downs, and I always found somehow wine always provided me with such a sophistication and enjoyment, where I would find a glass of wine that gave me a little bit of happiness and accomplishment from a hard day's work. And it's not only because I simply like drinking it, it's just that has an enormous amount of history, where I also consider it as a drinkable art, has health benefits, and the world of wine is really part of a high societal sophisticated feel to it. It's social, as people love talking about it, and has passionate communities that does not discriminate between age, gender, or race. And leading to that, no matter who you are, whether you're a beginner in wine or to the most experienced, the world of wine makes you feel really small, because no matter how many years you've been a wine drinker, you're always learning. And now through Vinoverse, you get to learn in a fun and engaging way, because with all the new exciting technologies that exist, and we combine them all into one immersive experience that not only brings people together, but decentralizes the wine buying experience in new and exciting ways, where everyone is a winner in the Vinoverse ecosystem. So as I mentioned earlier, you know, we are creating an engaging AR gamified wine discovery app that ventures into the Web3 metaverse, where retailers, wineries, and wine lovers come together in a tokenized community, where rewards are distributed and earned through scanning wine labels, whether you are in the store, at home, or even at a restaurant or hotel that carries wines as part of their overall menu. Now, there are a lot of different wine apps out there. The most famous one, probably people that drink wine would know, it is called Vivino, which is a classic Web 2.0 app, and I tended to use a lot in the past. But the only value I got out of it was really just the reviews and the price of wines. But even the reviews are general, as every person has a different palate and is based on different wine expertise of the drinker. So it could be a first timer who happens to give it a low review, but in fact, it's for a certain group of sophisticated drinkers that actually love this particular wine. And so the other issue as well is that the pricing is not localized and based on international pricing. Now, here in South Korea, which is the fastest growing wine market in the world outside of the US, sells wines perhaps twice the price because of the heavy regulations and high alcohol tax. And it frustrates the shop owners, because some people would consider that wine store too expensive, and after they do the scan, and end up going to another store, never to have that consumer walk through its doors again. So through the Vinoverse app, everything is customized through the power of AI and localized pricing by tapping into the local database, giving fair market value within that particular country. And that's what Web3 is all about, you know, where our platform is a public domain and defined by the community. Now, if you enjoy wines as much as I do, or even just have the experience of shopping for wines, I'm sure you've all had the experience of walking into a store and being confused by the sheer number of choices, such as the category by country, new and old world wines, category of wines themselves, such as like red, white, rosé, and sparkling. And even within that, you have to choose whether you want a full body like a Cab, sweet like a Riesling, or a rich white or a light red, such as a Pinot Gris or Pinot Noir. And on top of that, you have to assess what you are in the mood for, what kind of meal you're going to have, or whether it's a first date or a special occasion like a graduation or promotion, and how much you'd actually like to budget or spend on that particular day for that particular wine. And stores too are actually really overwhelmed on which wines to choose to put on their limited shelf space, and how to market their wines is challenging as well, and how they face challenges of trying to get more in-store traffic and trying to explore new ways and innovative ways to market. And wineries are struggling mostly for the lesser known wineries that may have fantastic wines, but don't have the big marketing budget or capacity. And the challenge of how to improve their brand awareness also falls mute. And so the industry in itself overall is actually quite fragmented, where it is still a very mom and pop sort of old fashioned industry, where there's low transparency and lack of engagement between buyers and sellers. Now, wine communities, though very active and flourishing, but as well are fragmented in themselves, with limited engagement between the communities, where and they don't even know that each other exists. And so enter the Vinoverse, where we create an engaging metaverse ecosystem using disruptive technologies that are out there that can enrich the user experience. Now, in the past, we all know that a lot of these technologies were not being optimized simply because it was still too early. The existing technology just couldn't handle the infrastructure or bandwidth of streaming the data seamlessly. So just real quick, what are the technologies that will enrich the Vinoverse user experience? First of all, it's the augmented reality, which is a technology that superimposes objects around us. And then we have the 3D and VR, which allows us to provide virtual tours of wineries without leaving the comfort of your own home. And then you have AI, which provides recommendations and customizations based on the profile of the user. So depending on how a user ranks that their tried wines and provides the reviews and scanned images of the wine label, this will provide users a preferred list of wines that have not been tried, but similar to the ones that they've been drinking and enjoy. And then, of course, you have the blockchain to track and prove the authenticity of products. And, of course, the NFTs, which are the product of the future, providing the value and exchange between users. Through first using the power of AI as the entry point into the Vinoverse, where you watch them come to life with a simple scan of a label, while getting the information such as the price and ratings of the wine from the community, and also interact with the community of what kind of wines they would also recommend. So in essence, you're not at the mercy of getting the recommendation of the store manager anymore, or someone that could have completely different palate than you, such as a friend, but you're able to do the shopping all by yourself in an immersive and engaging way. Now, in the app, you'll have the option to travel to selected wineries that subscribe to this feature through a 360-degree VR experience. Now, if the winery so chooses or has already a 360 VR experience, and dive deeper into the story of the winery, as well as you will have the ability to visit the estate right at the store or at the comfort of your own home. And also the wine store, what I like to call, it turns into a wine shopper's Disneyland, where you enter the store, and just like the movie Minority Report, by using our scanner on your phone, and flashes of labels come across the screen begging to be recognized. And once you zero in on a particular wine of interest, immediately you earn rewards just by watching and learning about the wine from the wine label. And if the information is lacking, you could contribute to the database and earn more rewards, and also by submitting reviews yourself. So it's all about a shared and decentralized ecosystem where your earning potential increases through AR content, and also by be recognized for being such a great contributor and wine enthusiast, and transform your rewards into fun, engaging events that we host and run. So as for myself, I'm sure that when you spend money on wine, you want to preserve those memories, or even be recognized for having so much experience. And unfortunately, the current market does not recognize individuals for their purchases, experiences, reviews, or contributions. Now, wine is $500 billion industry, and with about 15 million wines in circulation globally, you can't possibly experience all of them in your lifetime. But as I mentioned before, the wine industry, still being old-fashioned, if I may, is using still traditional ways of marketing. But through AR content, a new avenue for marketing comes available, where now wineries and retailers can directly engage with their customers, or soon-to-be customers, learn the history of this amazing drinkable art, and increase the stickiness and customer retention through engaging content right from your phone. But where you really start to engage into the Vinoverse is the gamification behind it. I'm not sure whether you heard of this ancient term, beer is created by men and wine is created by the gods, where we kind of adopt this story where there is a battle between two sides and trying to save the wines or steal the wines that are in existence. Now, this, of course, there's a story behind it. It's all high level, and you can learn more about it, the details of the game when it's launched, by signing up on our website, as we're still in a few months from launch. But if you stay tuned, I assure you won't regret it, especially wine. To the Vinoverse by choosing which side you want to be on. So what happens is you select your NFT avatar and begin the mission to scan and earn as much as you can, while also acquiring NFT boosters to multiply your earnings and advance your mission to either steal or save the wines on Earth. So the NFT booster is an in-game accessory item that belongs to you and has the ability to increase your earning potential. Now, our mission are for users to become owners of the ecosystem, and they become owners by being rewarded with tokens, and you can use those earned tokens to redeem exclusive benefits such as to VIP wine events that we host, a pour of limited or rare wines at an event or at the store, receive discounts, and even if you accumulate enough rewards, you'll earn a free bottle of wine or a trip. Most fun and engaging ways we are elevating wineries and their value is working with several wineries right now, as we are currently, is to release limited NFT wine collections that come to life when you buy a limited edition bottle. And this is only available when you have increased your earnings potential to a level that unlocks these rewards and such products. So really the merger between the physical and virtual worlds allows users using tangible assets to make tangible earnings, and also being recognized for being a great advocate, wine advocate, and contributor. So, so the real point is really the engagement and learning of the wines and then earning. And that's where I came up, how it works in terms of we scan, learn, earn. So you press scan on the app, you learn about the wines through the interactive AR content, you get recommended food pairings that are available in store, also the tasting notes according to the winery or the retailer or the community. You have the choice of where you want to get the opinions of the tasting notes. Or if you enjoy a wine that happened to be shared between friends, you can scan it and it'll show the location of the wine where it can be purchased closest to you. Now, the different game modes here are really interesting. We have a discovery mode, which is probably pretty easy to understand. And I've mentioned this already before, where we're equipping, where users are equipped with NFT boosters to earn tokens by scanning labels and adding them to our database. And then you have action mode, where users are rewarded for specific actions that contribute to the growth of the community and database. And now my favorite, the power of the GameFi, SocialFi, and the Metaverse all come together is with the treasure hunt mode. The treasure hunt mode is an AR gamified experience in the real world. It's kind of like a Pokemon. So for example, a member wine retailer that's part of our community decides that they want to launch a treasure hunt in their store, which allows users to use our app to hunt for a winning AR label in the store. So you play in the real world by interacting with AR content in search of the winning wine label or wine label NFT, and win either another free bottle of wine, level up in rewards, or again, an invitation to travel to the winery on the house. And so just due to some confidentiality issues, I had to make this pretty simple, and I didn't include the AR just yet, and as we're still in the early stages and in the development. But that said, here's a quick high-level run through the app, and I know it runs through very quickly, but I hope you're able to capture the essence where we are bringing together all the existing disrupting technologies together as one in defining what we believe to be the future of the metaverse, of engagement, gamification, and rewards, while bridging the physical and virtual worlds together in a fun and immersive way. Thank you very much.